Too much wax here. My name's Brandon. I'm from Grays Lake, Illinois, and I'm 28 years old. My first memory of getting into skateboarding was my neighbor 2 houses down. I remember he had a toy machine board and he was pushing around on it, and I had a little Walmart board. It was a blind that I used to scrape on the curbs to make it look like I knew how to board slide. And yeah, he had that board and I was like, dang, I want to get one of those. So I remember one winter my grandma took me to Zoomies and got me the full complete. It was a 0 with pink wheels and black trucks, and the board was pink too. It was I remember it was when Bam Margera was he was super big, and I wanted a Bam board, but they didn't have any. So he fixed me up the black and pink one. But yeah, and then from there, I remember just skating in my garage, because I started in the winter. And then it was it was pretty lighthearted, being into it. It was something I think I got into because I thought it was cool. And then I'd bring my board to middle school, and I think towards the end of 7th grade is when I really started getting into it, focusing on skating. A big turning point for it was I was really into baseball. I played travel baseball and was I was really into baseball, and I was pretty good at it actually. And when I got to high school, I played my freshman year, and then sophomore year I didn't make the team, and I was my mom was really bummed, but I was no, now I can skate. And it, kind of from there is when I was all right, all I'm gonna do from now on is just skate. Took a while to take off. I was a late bloomer. I bounced back between an 825 and an 838. Right before I got hurt, I was skating 838s, and then when I could skate again, I was just didn't have a lot of power in my legs. So I moved back down to 825, but I've been switching off now. Starting board size? If he was a little kid, I'd probably say a 7.75. I don't know, that's what I skated when I started skating. And then it took me forever to move up board sizes. I definitely ran smaller boards for longer than I should have. For I never even did flip tricks either, so it was kind of weird that I like smaller boards. Yeah, I still kind of like a smaller board though. Fuck, I definitely take a lot of inspiration from multiple people, but I would say the big one is Andrew Reynolds for sure. His him and Stay Gold, eating a bunch of fruit and stretching a lot. That was sick. But no, I mean he's not my favorite skater, but I would say he's one of the most influential. But I'm a big fan of Jeremy Labrace, Riley Hawk, John Dixon, Julian Davidson. Yeah, that's a good one too. Definitely Julian Davidson. I'd say frontside flips for sure. That's an easy one. I feel a lot of people have that I just doesn't work for me. Right now, my favorite thing to cook is fish. My friend who lives in Alaska, he was in San Diego, and he gave me 3 pounds of halibut. So I froze all of them, and I've just been learning how to cook fish. But I would say the thing I'm best at making is cheeseburgers. Okay, so mine, and you guys can't steal this, whoever watches this, because this is fucking my shit. So honey on the bottom bun, burger, cheddar cheese, cream cheese on the top bun, jalapeno cream cheese. And you can go either way. You can get the pre-made bagel cream cheese, or I like to dice jalapenos and put it in regular cream cheese, so it's a little bit more legit. And then some sort of spicy sauce, chipotle or sriracha ranch or something, but you mix it up with there. Oh, and grilled onions. No, you can run that. You can run that. As long as people know it's mine. Before I moved, we were you guys just came to 1 or 2? Just 1? Yeah, 1. Yeah, when we'd have because we had a jailbroken TV at my house, so we would stream the UFC fights and have 15 people over. More than that. Yeah, it was a party. It was pretty much a party every time. And you cooked for everyone? Yeah, and I would just cook for everyone. What did we do? We did burgers when you guys came. I made those burgers with the cream cheese when you guys were there. Yeah. Oh, the mustard sear. Oh, I forgot about that part. But that's only sometimes. That's what In-N-Out does. That's how they do their animal style mustard sear. I got hurt. I tore my ACL. It was actually like a fracture and a tear. I fractured my knee in October 2020. I couldn't skate for 3 months. They told me like the bone would heal back and I'd be good. And it did heal back, but then I started skating again. And like a month after I started skating again, I was in California and just skated like all day and couldn't walk the next day. So I started doing PT again for like a month. It didn't get any better. Like I could like barely ollie. I had to get surgery. I like went and got an MRI and they're like, yeah, your ACL is insufficient. It's fucked. And so got surgery and I tried going vegetarian because I was like just playing around with diets. And I was like not seeing the results after physical, like throughout physical therapy of like being a vegetarian. And I know it's like a touchy subject, but like once I started implementing meat back in my diet, but like healthy meats, right? Like just doing it, you know, chicken, rice, do the ground beef. Like I try to like do not a lot of grains, like no buns. I'll just do like the patties with all the same toppings, just no like refined grains. Definitely a lot of fruit, but yeah, I would say like eating is super important. I don't know. When I was younger, I would just eat like shit, like McDonald's, and feel so crappy. But no, I think I'm on a good regimen right now. I intermittent fast too. So like I don't eat till like noon every day. I think that helps a lot too with like energy and then just like mood, weight, all that stuff. Yeah. What I do for work. I am a behavior analyst. So I work with kids who are on the autism spectrum. I'm currently a supervisor, so I oversee a bunch of like behavior therapists, make sure they're doing their jobs right, our kids are like progressing and all of that good stuff. So right when I got hurt in October, so in my field, I had my bachelor's in psychology before I got hurt, and I knew I wanted to go back to school, but I was kind of just like focusing on skating and like, I don't know, just hanging out. And as soon as I found out I like fractured my stuff, I signed back up for school, and it was an 18-month program through ASU for a master's in special education. So it worked out pretty perfectly because right around the time I could start fully skating again, I was like finishing my degree. In August, I moved to California and got a supervisor position. I get way too aggravated. I like do not have patience skating. But I would say, yeah, in like general, I definitely with like maybe people in my life that I wasn't super patient with, like my parents, I would say like prior to learning all those things and like working with kids, I was not that patient with my parents or like my family. You know, you get pretty aggravated with your family, but I think, yeah, just like makes you keep an open mind. I think having a full-time job that I enjoy changes my outlook on things, because it's like I'm not bummed going into work. Like I like enjoy getting up and like doing my job, especially now that I'm a little bit of a higher position and I get to be a supervisor. But I will say in terms of skating, it definitely makes me like appreciate the weekends, because like right now I'm working 40-hour weeks, which like I'm down for. I try to skate as much as on the weekdays as possible, but like going out and like filming with my friends and stuff definitely makes you like, I don't know, probably if you asked me that question like 2 years ago, I'd be like drinking on a Friday night and like waking up at noon and then going skating and being done by like 5. But now I'm like, no, I need to utilize my weekends, like wake up early and just make a full day of it. Travel bucket list, ooh. Probably Greece. My mom's side of the family, they're all like from Greece. They had my cousin's wedding there last summer and we were supposed to go, but I think that was right after I had surgery, so we couldn't. Role model would probably be my grandpa. Kind of same thing, like my family's from Greece. He came from Greece as an immigrant. Like he worked as like a busboy when he was like 15 for like a couple years, and then just worked his way up in like the restaurant business. And then he eventually opened his own restaurant. And then from there just like started investing in a bunch of shit and like buying properties, doing all this crazy stuff. And now he's like 65 and hasn't worked in like 20 fucking years. He goes on vacation like every month, but I mean, he kind of just started from nothing, worked his way up. I would say skating role model is Andrew Reynolds probably. He sobered up skating and worked his ass off, and I think a lot of people can appreciate that. If I had to eat one thing for the rest of my life, ribeyes. Those are so good. I'm sorry, my vegetarian friends. I mean, skating, just do that shit for fun. Yeah, just have fun with it. Like I know a lot of kids, even myself when I was younger, I just worried about like if I was going to get sponsored or like be able to make money one day or shit like that. It's like you can't worry about it like that. I think getting hurt kind of put that into perspective too. Like after being able to come back from skating after being hurt, I was just like, I just want to skate. Like I don't care how good I am. I just want to have fun and like skate. So I'd say lasting advice would be just have fun.
I love you, buddy.